Hey, Rock Hill, Pastor Kyle with the Monday Morning Sermon Recap. I was really excited about preaching yesterday as Mark really gets into the stories of people interacting with Jesus. And we'll see that the pace actually picks up here in Jesus interacting. The real question in Mark 1:21 to 45, behind all of the stories, is the question, who is Jesus? And what Mark reveals to us in the story of Jesus casting out a demon and Jesus healing Peter's mother-in-law and Jesus ministering to the people out in the wilderness and then Jesus healing the leper is that Jesus is the one who has the authority of God. He has the authority to speak God's word. He has the authority over the spiritual realm of angels and demons. He has authority over the physical realm to reverse the effects of the fall and heal sicknesses and diseases. And then finally, he has the power and the authority to make unclean things clean. And so really, this is a microcosm of not only who Jesus is, but what he does. If you look at the miracles of Jesus, they reveal to us not only that he has God's power, but how he's going to use God's power to bring the blessing of God, because blessing comes under the rule and the reign of God. And so Jesus' power is specifically targeted at the effects of sin, at the effects of the fall, and he begins to reverse them in part. This all kind of comes together in that story of the leper who says, if you will, Jesus, you can make me clean. And we see that Jesus touches this man who perhaps hasn't been touched for years, who hasn't been able to hug his daughter or his wife or see his son in all those key moments because he's in exile. He's unclean. And Jesus, when Jesus touches him, he doesn't become unclean. No, Jesus' cleansing power, Jesus' holiness is so extreme that he makes unclean things clean. And so what a beautiful picture of the gospel. Jesus takes on our filth so that we can be washed and restored and made clean. And there's a lot of Christians that say they believe the gospel, but don't actually live like they are cleansed and made new before God. And so my prayer, and I know that the Spirit of God was working yesterday, and my prayer was that God would set people free and allow the beautiful truth of the gospel to explode in people's hearts so that they actually live and relate to God and other people like the gospel is true in all of its cleansing power. If you weren't there, I'd invite you to go and listen to the whole thing. It should be online.